Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Single back takes the handoff.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Sticking with the running game. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So on the opening drive, it's now 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
And the runner takes off to his right. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And that run produces a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Looked over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now from the 29, it's 3rd down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And he's brought down just short of the mark from that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Motion now from the tight end. Keeping it on the ground here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. This will be the 9th play on the drive. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's a quick grab. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship. And you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. Man, that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Receivers are bunched together. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Makes a quick grab. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. The drive stays alive with that 1st down completion. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. And it's incomplete, even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
The Bears will line up on 1st and 10. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Well, that's a nice completion to the sideline with great timing. The connection between the receiver and the quarterback was on full display to be able to get that 1st down.
Back to throw again. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. And the Bears are in the red zone. They're going to run it here. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the gain is just 1 yard. Sets up a 3rd and 9 now. They convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Here's a screen pass to the running back. Touchdown, Bears. This quarterback on fire today.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Now the important point after is out. And there's the point after. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain in that play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Play action fake. They're looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Time for one more play here in the quarter. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The back's got it. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Trying to create here on the move. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it. The timing here is impeccable.
This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down play coming up for this offense. He'll hand it off. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense already has one 4th-down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And he finds his target. He has the first. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and a receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And the defense able to stop him at the 2.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? And they're trying to punch it in here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? And here's the handoff. The ball carrier taken down, but there's a flag on the field. Holding penalties can be the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it stalls this one. First down here for this offense. Send the back in motion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Football knocked loose in the backfield. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. They bring him down, but that game moves the ball all the way to the 31.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. They take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. Arizona has now moved into the red zone. And they'll go right back to him on first down. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
Chris, I cannot believe we're still in the first half. This guy's already got a couple touchdowns. Now he's adding to his receiver total here by picking up another first.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
They'll return it from inside the 5. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Baylor. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in the national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
And now they'll set up for the point after. And he knocks it right through. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it for a big gain. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
Gain on the first play moves it to the 43. It'll be first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the first down marker. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. Offense showing a bunch formation now. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
It's like the final play of the half coming up. Handoff to the back. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. All right, let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. Play action here on first down. The pass rush closing in. That falls incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Crosses the 30. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They finally make the tackle, but the big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 47.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. A quick throw out left, complete. They make the tackle, but the gain moves the ball to the 28. The Bears pick up enough for a first down. Using his legs, it's Stoll.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Can he make it to the marker? Got a lane. Can he get in? And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run.
Well, the RPO gives you more options on your plate. It can confuse the defense a bit as well. Here, they trust the quarterback to be able to make the right decision and get the football into the hands of the playmaker.
And the Bears hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal.
Here we go.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears. And they will claim the second half lead.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They call the counter run here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
The pocket breaking down. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Looking right, this one caught. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
This is the 6th play on the drive. They'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Can they pick up the first on the ground? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. And the coach leaves his offense on the field to go for this one, needing to get a first down. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Love the aggressive nature here by this defense on this 4th down. The offense is going for it, and instead of sitting back, they decide to attack that offensive front. They get after it with a lot of bodies, and they're able to come up with that sack.
So here comes the Baylor offense onto the field. A beautiful, balanced drive reached the end zone last time. Can they keep it going here? Solid run. They'll bring it down at the 28-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Oh, it's a reverse. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, we're seeing this more and more where wide receivers are getting involved in the running game, both here in college and also up in the NFL. I think it's due to plays like this one right here, and it's not going to change anytime soon. Excellent play call.
Here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Tight end goes in motion. On first down, it's play action. He's moving out of the pocket. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
Caught quickly.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Now it's second down here. He'll test the right side here. Finding some room at the 25. Touchdown, Baylor. This offense really clicking. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next level speed.
Extra point try coming now. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so the Arizona offense heads back out of the field now. The last possession, they were stopped on a fourth down try. Can they get something going here? Looks to his left and makes the completion. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Hey, it's a nice way to start this drive off, but they've got a long way to go to be able to get this ball in the end zone. Then they got to get the ball back and score again. So positive yards, but doing it quickly is key.
Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. On the run here. Lets it go. Receiver makes the catch. They're able to get him down.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. Third and short now from the 44. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. This offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. This Arizona offense is moving quickly down the field.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Arizona getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Grab made by the tight end. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. That's a huge touchdown. Still trailing, but a one-possession game with that trophy on the line right now.
Well, the national championship's on the line. The offense has done their job, and now it's up to their own defense. Can they get a stop and get the ball back to their offense with a chance to make this thing get really interesting?
Extra point splits the uprights. kickoff team on the field getting set now. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back out onto the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And now the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? Finding a bit of space. Big gain across midfield down near the 30-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense really clicking here. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes the Arizona offense back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Buying time, moving to his left. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Looking for the wideout. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Not much on the return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
And that'll do it. We have a national champion. A really entertaining one. It was fun one to call. They get the W, Kirk, in a shootout.
Not much to criticize for either of these teams on the offensive side, where they put on a great show. But for the two defenses, especially the losing squad, you can't imagine their coach is too happy with their performance.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Baylor Bears.